Alright folks, so I had to make this vlog because I just saw one of the most incredible episodes of television I've ever seen, The Walking Dead. I have to talk about this. It was so awesome. I don't even know where to start. There's this new crew who breaks into the prison, and for some reason Carl, the little kid, is turning out to be some kind of weird leader of the group, which, if you think about it, he kind of has to be the leader because who else is going to be the leader? There's a broken old man, and then there's like the woman who's like almost died and she's recovering from that, and then everybody else is gone, but I think that's annoying because he's like a little kid. Glenn and Maggie, like what? They were like almost executed, and then they just like were like rescued because Rick and his crew broke into the prison, which was insane. That was totally awesome. I felt like I was watching some kind of huge, like I felt like I was watching some kind of cinematic blockbuster type movie. It was so crazy, and I didn't know what was going to happen next. And don't even get me started on the crazy samurai lady, because she broke into the governor's quarters and found the wall of heads. And so there's just like these freaky heads everywhere. And then like she discovered the little zombie baby and ended up like killing it right in front of him, and then the shard of glass right in the guy's eye. What was that all about? That was crazy. And how did they not die? Either the governor or samurai lady should have died. And then I don't understand what happened in the compound, because Rick, there was this weird scene where he shot a guy and then he like ran up and was like looking at the guy down on the ground like he was freaked out. And I thought, okay, either that guy looks like Rick and that's what freaked Rick out, or he looked like Shane, and maybe that Rick was like thinking that he looked like Shane and it was freaking him out.
Scratching everything.
Olive, what did you think about The Walking Dead? Oh, she's trying to bite me like a biter. Andrea is like shacking up with the governor, and she has no idea that any of this stuff is happening, and she doesn't know that these people have broken in, and she's sort of beginning to discover. And then right at the end, she sees Daryl and Merle together in the pit because they got thrown in the pit, and it's so awesome how Daryl and Merle and his brother Daryl are like discovering each other, and I'm wondering which way the tide is going to go here, because now they're in this pit. Are they going to have to fight to the death? Are they going to kill one of them? I have a feeling that one of them might not make it, but I don't want to wait all the way till February to find out. The way this episode ends was just crazy. Like, I was kind of angry because I understand them leaving a little bit of a cliffhanger, but I mean, come on, now we got to wait like 2 months. I feel like in this one, Rick, he really takes the wheel here, and he's really being a leader, but at the same time, I almost feel like he's going into autopilot mode.
I'm so tired of this crap.
I think my favorite scene was when Samurai Lady broke into the governor's quarters, and she discovers the little daughter zombie, and she's waiting for the little girl to come out, and she doesn't know that she's a zombie, and it was just so suspenseful and everything. And then the fight breaks out, and then Andrea gets in the middle of it. I think another one of my favorite scenes was when Glenn and Maggie are about to be executed, and then all of a sudden Rick and the crew break in like Batman or something, and they like have the smoke bombs, and they rescue Glenn and Maggie at the last second right before they get killed.
I'm Batman.
Those are my favorite scenes, and I want to know what you guys think about it. So until February, you'll have to settle for renting some other zombie movies, or if you haven't seen the previous seasons of The Walking Dead, you can watch the first 2 seasons. But I like the 1978 Dawn of the Dead. It's hilarious, and it's about this group of people that are trapped inside a mall during the zombie apocalypse. And it kind of has a Walking Dead kind of vibe to it because they're trapped in there and they're trying to survive. I love Return of the Living Dead from 1985 and Return of the Living Dead Part 2 from 1988. They're both full of 80s cheese. You've got these rocker kids who are hanging out in a graveyard late at night, and you've got canisters of goo that turn people into zombies. There is Shaun of the Dead, which is hilarious, and it's a full-on zombie movie, but it has the best sense of humor of any zombie movie I've ever seen. I love Zombieland, and that stars Woody Harrelson, and then the dude from The Social Network. And I think Emma Stone is in it, or I think she's the girl. And then there's this incredible cameo in there from Bill Murray. And that is like a dream movie. It's just a lot of fun. There's lots of cool action in it.